Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of The Daily. It's Wednesday, August 17th, here with Jason Seguini. I'm Nick Fershon. Jay, let's start with Tuesday night's action from the CONCACAF Champions League. The Seattle Sounders opening up Group D play against Comunicaciones up at CenturyLink Field. They had to come back from behind to get this one, but they get the job done.
Yeah, the Guatemalan visitors went out to an early 1-0 lead, but Seattle kind of settled down after that, took control of the game, were able to come back. They had a lot of chances. Finally, Brad Evans was able to score a goal. And then a red card to Lamar Nagel kind of put things in jeopardy for Seattle. But interestingly, they really picked up the play when they went down a man. And Michael Facito, when it's Champions League, it's Michael Facito time. He comes up with a brace. Mauro Rosales came on late. He played well also. And they go out to a 4-1 lead despite being down a man for a bunch of time in that match.
A big win for the Sounders to open up CONCACAF Champions League play. Another big win for the LA Galaxy down the coast. They open up Group A with a 2-0 win over Motagua from Honduras. Adam Chrisman and Landon Donovan, the heroes, and the Galaxy really brought their stars for this one.
Yeah, this was definitely a different story than what we saw last year when the Galaxy had to qualify against the Puerto Rico Islanders and couldn't do so. They definitely taking it seriously now, and it helps that they had time ahead of it to rest and prepare, and they talked a lot about that. So it looked like a completely different Galaxy team out there. David Beckham on the field, Landon Donovan on the field, both making an impact, combining for the second goal. So the Galaxy looked good after one game.
The big names definitely there for the LA Galaxy, but one name you didn't see and one name you won't see with the LA Galaxy the rest of this season. That's Juan Pablo Angel. The designated player sort of phased out after that signing of Robbie Keane. He tweeted yesterday, Jason, he's joining Chivas USA. What do we think?
Yeah, well, Juan Pablo Angel also explained that he was not happy with how this year has been going. And obviously, he's been struggling for playing time, and he's been struggling to make an impact when he did get on the field. So he's looking kind of for a new start with Chivas USA, maybe a little redemption with this team. And it couldn't hurt. I mean, as long as Chivas USA isn't taking too big of a cap hit and can afford to bring him over, it makes sense to add a player of his quality and experience.
A couple other teams in CONCACAF Champions League action on Wednesday night. We want to mention the Colorado Rapids at home against Isidro Mechapan from El Salvador, and FC Dallas, Jay, going down to Mexico to play Pumas. That Colorado game, 10 p.m. Eastern on Fox Soccer, and the FC Dallas game on a tape delay. Which game gets your interest the most?
Well, I think the most difficult game for any MLS team is this Dallas game, having to go down to Mexico against Pumas. Pumas, one of the best teams in Mexico right now. So it's going to be a big challenge. Remember, FC Dallas, who's been playing lately with Maicon Santos up top, and he's been doing well, he's not eligible to play for them in Champions League because he's tied to Toronto FC. So it will be a challenge for them.
Two other league games tonight we want to get to. First off, New England at home against the Houston Dynamo. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. You can follow along on Match Day Live. Jay, these teams have a lot of history, and they had a great game earlier this season.
Yeah, interesting. A lot of history, MLS Cup finals, but now they're both in the Eastern Conference playing against each other. And earlier this year was the game where Hunter Friedman scored the game-winning goal. That was, they thought it was a handball. New England definitely thought it was a handball. So a little controversy in that result. New England looking for some revenge in this game up at Foxborough.
One last game, a homecoming of sorts for Jack Jewsbury, the Portland Timbers captain, as the Timbers head on the road to play Sporting Kansas City. That one's at 8:30 on Match Day Live. Jay, what do we expect from this one, from a good Sporting Kansas City team that's going to play without Omar Bravo?
Yeah, Omar Bravo out with suspension. Also Jefferson, remember their designated player signing, he'll probably be out with a quad strain. But they have guys like Graham Zusi, CJ Sapong, Teal Bunbury, who are going to fill in and carry the load for them. It's interesting that, you're talking about a guy like Bunbury or Sapong, who's up for Rookie of the Year. These are the guys who are filling in now at the start. Peter Vermees really has a arsenal of firepower when it comes to the attack. So Kansas City probably won't miss a beat. Portland struggled on the road this season. You'd think Kansas City would be the favorite here.
One other bit of news from Tuesday. There's been an amendment to the designated player rule of sorts. Jay, DPs are going to get younger, and they're going to get a little bit more cost-effective for teams in MLS.
Yeah, this is to encourage teams to get more players like Fabian Castillo, so they're not handcuffed with that big cap hit, despite the fact that they're not actually making that kind of money. So they can bring in a guy like Castillo for a couple $100,000 on salary, but it's that transfer fee that puts them over the top as a designated player. And what this is meant to do is basically lower their cap hit, even though they had to pay whatever it was in a transfer transfer fee to bring these young guys in and encourage better, younger players coming into the league for MLS teams.
Well, you can find the full details on MLSsoccer.com, and it's certainly going to be a topic of conversation in the Wednesday water cooler chat live at 1:30 here on MLSsoccer.com. That's where all the fans can come on the site and chat with the armchair analyst and the MLS insider, Sean Francis. And you were on there last weekend, Jay. What did you make of the first chat here?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to be able to, fans have a lot of questions, especially when something like this designated player rule comes out. And I've watched the comments come on the article when it came out, and people are confused by certain things. Yeah. This is a good chance to get it explained to you by guys who are in the know.
Well, again, that chat is at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And for all the latest news and the coverage of the CONCACAF Champions League, log on to MLSsoccer.com.